You said just before about like the loss of a loved one, how that could maybe rock you. I had a moment in 2021 where I had invested a bunch of money in crypto and it had gone really, really well, like 35x the money, 10 grand into 350. Wow. I was thinking, fuck yeah, how good is this? Like, I'll just cash out soon and I'll be able to travel around for the next few years and live the luxurious lifestyle for a bit and invest some of it, and that'll be my future moving forward. And Bitcoin cascaded in March 2021, and the guy who I'd invested with, he was like a hedge fund. He'd call me and say like, we've lost everything. I said, what do you mean? Like, surely they've just gone down in value. It'll recover. He's like, no, I was leveraging it all, like everything. And so
you lost all your money.
Lost everything.
Wow.
350. Well, it was 10 grand, right? But it was essentially, in my eyes, I was thinking $350,000. And it was just gone, like puff of smoke. And that broke me, man. Like that was a really, really tough time. And then I went through all the phase.
How old were you?
I would have been 21. No, older than that, 23, 23 or 24. And I went through all the stages of like just despair, frustration, anger. Like I went through everything, and then I slowly came back out of it and started to accept it. And then I got to a point where I was like, all right, I've dealt with that, and it was brutal. What else now? If worst case scenario, what could happen to me tomorrow that would shake me again like that? And the death of the family was the one that I thought of. Like if someone had passed away that was super close to me, that would be the next thing that I would struggle with. So it's interesting that you mentioned that. And I think that it's important for us to go through those troughs. And I think that the biggest growth that I've ever had have come just after the times of my like worst points. Do you know what I mean? And I think without those real lows, or without those that real hardship, or that point that just breaks you, it's difficult to grow as a person. That makes sense?
Yeah. It's also difficult to look at those moments and say, oh, that actually had a purpose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's difficult to look at those moments and say, oh, that actually saved me in some weird way.
And more importantly, in the moment, it's like impossible. When you're there,
of course,
it's virtually impossible to say, how can this actually be good for me in the future? But yeah, looking back at the crypto thing now, it's taught me a super valuable lesson, man. Like, you know, play the risky game with, 20 or 30% of the portfolio and play a little bit more of a safer game with the other.
Oh, look, it's brutal, man. There's no, even now I'm listening to it going, oh, that sucks. But, you learn that, we have this conversation all the time. Like I was talking to my daughter the other day about like, we were at Byron Bay on the beach, and there's some handsome young guys like yourself, walking around, and there's all these beautiful girls there, and I'm thinking that's just like the best time of a young man's life, right? And he's able to go up to these young girls and talk to them and And I'm thinking, if you're some big, overweight, disgusting billionaire, how much of your fortune would you give to just be able to walk down a beach and feel healthy and happy and free and, in the sun and be attractive to others and attracted to others? And like, there's certain things in life that, money just literally can't buy. If you don't value it, also you can very easily get distracted with what's important. And some of these things are sent to test us, like, and remind us, I think, of what is important. It sounds so cliched, but I look at things like that, and what path would your life have gone on had that 350K manifested itself into your account? What would you know about life and living? What would you have missed out on? Would you have even gone on Survivor? Like, who knows?
Exactly.